90 years ago, a spark was lit in Greater High Point, a vision to lift our neighbors, unite our community, and build a better future together. What began as a simple idea, people helping people, grew into a powerful movement of hope. For 9 decades, United Way of Greater High Point has been a force for change, tackling our community's biggest challenges with compassion, collaboration, and courage.
The United Way of Greater High Point at that point in time was actually the community chest of High Point. I had actually worked on the community chest audit. The audit report for the community chest was the first audit report, and in it stated it was formed in 1935, and the first audit was actually for 1936. It wasn't like necessarily a lot of donors, but it was the start.
In 1935, when United Way of Greater High Point started, which it was the community chest then, we raised right around $35,000, which was amazing. I mean, right off the heels of the Depression. There were approximately 40,000 people in High Point at that time. That first year, we funded 5 partner agencies: Salvation Army, the American Red Cross, Boy Scouts of America, the YWCA, and the YMCA. And I'm proud to say that all 5 of those are still partner agencies and doing wonderful work throughout our community.
One thing that's memorable about my year, and not only am I the only or the first African American to serve as campaign chair, I think I'm the first minister. I carried a shovel around with me to all the campaign events. That shovel stayed on the altar for about 2 years to remind the people here at Mount Zion that we should keep digging, and the Lord would fill the ditches with more resources than we could imagine.
It started from basically an idea where Marcia Slane came to me. Of course, Jack was integral in part of it as well. But the Alexis de Tocqueville Society was part of the United Way National Program already. Do you think we could do this? The tough part was that it was a $10,000 personal gift, not a corporate gift. So we went out in the community, and thanks to Jack and Marcia Slane and Jim and Jess Millis and Don and Rachel Hunziker, Herman Louise Smith, we were able to create 5 couples. The 5th couple was my wife and I.
Running the campaign was a real great experience for me. It was an opportunity. I learned probably more than anybody.
It was interesting as we talked about different issues around the state. High Point often was mentioned as an exemplary campaign to follow. So there was frequently they'd ask questions on how we did what we did. My campaign year, the motto was the power of you. So the you had 2 meanings: the power of you as an individual, and the power of you, United Way. United Way also has lifted up a lot of agencies that don't get a lot of publicity, don't get a lot of recognition. We all kind of focus on certain things that are meaningful to us, but United Way has made sure that all the needs in the community get visibility and get support.
One of the things we did, which turned out to be a good thing, we had what I call a goon squad. And I recruited 5 of the most prominent guys at High Point. We had some companies that had gotten reluctant. One of these guys could go talk to him, and they persuaded him that was not the right thing to do, and he became a very strong supporter of United Way. And that sort of thing happened with what I call the goon squad, which they were hardly goons. They would really be, you should have called them a distinguished group, but they did it. They did effective work in getting reluctant people to reconsider and become better supporters.
I realized very early there's a very rich history of United Way in this community, and one that there's a great deal of pride around that, regardless of whether you're talking to somebody who was heavily involved in it 10 years ago or somebody and I talked to a lot of folks that were heavily involved 50 years ago.
I was the first female campaign chair for United Way in High Point. It's been a wonderful experience for me to see people who didn't think they could ever get out of a situation get out of it with the help from a United Way agency. And that's what we all need to remember, is that we're helping other people. I might not look them in the eye, but I know it's happening.
I know firsthand how the United Way works internally. The dedication and commitment of the staff, the enormous love and stewardship of the volunteers. And it left a very indelible impression on me that each of us is created for a purpose, that each of us should always give without remembering. We worked hard with volunteers and staff to make it happen. But most importantly, we remembered what the United Way is all about. It's not about dollars and cents. It's not about meetings and campaigns. It's about human beings. A mother with children who needs help. A YMCA that's serving the needs of families every day. A family service that reaches out and takes a battered woman and provides resources so she can feel safe. The United Way is an amazing organization.
I would like to say thank you. I would like to say thank you to Greater High Point for 90 years of generosity, for 90 years of giving back, for 90 years of understanding it's about helping one another. Again, we wouldn't be where we are today without the incredible support of all the volunteers, board chairs, campaign chairs, committee members. We wouldn't be where we are without them. And all the hundreds of thousands of people who have given dollars to our organization. Again, thank you, Greater High Point. We look forward to the next 90 years.
This is more than an anniversary. It's a celebration of people who make Greater High Point remarkable, and a promise to keep pushing forward for the next 90 years and beyond. United Way of Greater High Point. 90 years united.